One of my big passions is emotional intelligence. Why? Well, we know that regardless of what studies you've done, you might have now the most MBAs or the highest degrees, or been to the best universities. That's not a guarantee of having the best life or the best careers or earning the most money or having the happiest relationships. So somehow, somewhere, there's something playing that regardless of what degrees you have, what studies you've done, will determine whether you're successful or not. So in the 70s, a couple of people, they wanted to find out what is the difference that makes a difference between good and outstanding. What is the difference that makes a difference between good and excellent? So they started to observe thousands of people in different professions, housewives and doctors and nurses and architects and businessmen and teachers and a lot of different people. And they saw that there were certain people who could be described as having a good life, and then there were those people who could be described as having an excellent life. Now, what was the difference? Well, they saw that those who were described as having an excellent life were those who had very good communication skills, who were very aware of how to bring over a message, of their non-verbal messages, of how to create rapport, how to create be on the same wavelength with the others. But these were also people who were very aware of how they were, what they wanted in life. Many people know exactly what they don't want in life, but now a few of us do know what they do want in life. Or that were people who could start controlling their emotions rather than going in the waterfall of chaos sometimes when we're into emotional states. These were people who could consciously change their focus, change their convictions, have an insight of what they think. Now, we could describe that whole aspect as emotional intelligence. And the interesting thing is that we could actually visualize it as an iceberg. The top that we see could be described as the intellectual intelligence, IQ, which is very important. But everything that is below the water that we don't see, which is actually the biggest chunk of an iceberg, we could describe as emotional intelligence. And the good part is that these are not things that you have to be born with. These are things you can develop, that you can learn, that you actually can get richer by. And that's why emotional intelligence is such a passionate subject of mine, because every day we can learn so much about ourselves.